Alright, y'all. So, a lot of y'all been watching the video, but y'all don't know what happened before the video even started. So let me explain. A friend of mine asked me to do a favor. I was going to the grocery store. She asked me, can I pick up her some cans of formula for her baby? She in the WIC program. If you from Texas, then you know what it is. But if you're not, then this is basically a program to where it assists women who have little to no income or low income with their nutritional needs. So with that being said, she asked me to buy her baby some cans of formula. So when I arrived at the store, I went to the HEB in Houston, Texas at the Gulfgate Center. When I arrived at the store, I had forgot exactly how many cans she told me that I could have. So I remembered that if I swiped the card, it'll print out a receipt of the remaining balance. So I got 3 cans of milk, went to the register, swiped the card. I purchased a couple of more items too. Swiped the card, and it told me what the remaining balance was. So I was like, hey, I'm doing a favor for a friend. Let me just buy all these items for her. So I told the lady that I was gonna exactly what I was gonna do, and I asked her to place a sticker on the jug of water that I bought. It was a gallon of water. She put the sticker on there. The sticker represents that you already paid. The rest of the items was already in the bag because I already paid. I had the receipt in my hand because the receipt had every single item that I was able to get with the WIC card. So I'm thinking I'm doing a favor for a friend. So I go back into the store after I didn't leave out the store. I turned around from the register. I went back, I started purchasing items. So as I'm buying the items that was on the list, I started buying items for myself because I needed lunch for work. So after purchasing all the items, I seen a black supervisor. And I thought, hey, let me ask him about a situation that happened earlier that week. Well, I purchased 2 bottles of wine from HEB. It was during the Super Bowl weekend. But I forgot the 2 bottles of wine at the store. So I asked the black supervisor, hey, I left 2 bottles of wine. How can I go about retrieving those bottles of wine that I paid for and I left at the store? Well, he explained to me that they had the issue with storage, and they don't have a lost and found. So he said that if you leave an item and you don't return in 24 hours, they put the item back on the shelf and you basically just lose your money. That's it. So I was like, wow, I paid for 2 bottles of wine and you telling me that they're gone? He was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but we don't have space to store it. The only place we have to store it is back on the shelf. So I was like, okay, cool. No biggie. I wasn't really worried about it because 2 bottles of wine, they wasn't that expensive. That was probably like $20 in total. So after picking up all the items, I went to the register to pay for the items that I bought. Keep in mind, I already paid for items. They're in my bag already. The jug of water has a stick on it representing that I paid. I have 1 bag with 3 cans of formula, a box of tampons, and a pack of razors. So I get to the register. I'm sitting there. I put all my stuff on the conveyor belt. The cashier, he rings everything up. When it got to the end, he told me the total. I said, hey, I'm paying for some of the items with a WIC card. He said, oh, okay, cool. So he did something on the register and then told me, okay, put your card in there. I inserted the card. I paid for the items. Keep in mind, it's a cashier, it's a bagger, and it's the supervisor standing right at the register the whole time. It was 2 customers in front of me. The same 3 people was right there at the register the whole time. By the time I made it to the line to pay, the supervisor was having a conversation with the cashier and the bagger about some video games. I'm almost 40 years old. If y'all talking about video games, I already assume that y'all young. But that didn't bother me because you at work, you want to have a conversation, that's no problem. But I'm the customer. After all my items were rung up and I paid, nobody bagged them. The cashier didn't bag them, the bagger didn't bag them, and the supervisor, keep in mind, he is standing right here watching me the whole entire time. And he, not one time did he say, hey, why are y'all not bagging this man groceries? He didn't even take the initiative and say, why you not bagging? And start bagging the groceries. I'd have been to Walmart, I'd have been to Fiesta, I'd have been to Kroger, and I watched a general manager help bag groceries. I'm standing here after buying all these items. You standing right here. You never, not one time, picked up one item and start bagging them. So I had to walk around right next to him. I told them, the supervisor, the same guy who accused me of stealing, I said, excuse me. I started bagging up my items. Instead of him saying, oh, I'm sorry, let me bag those for you, he let me bag up 3 bags of groceries. 3. When I got to the 4th one, the bagger decided to step in and do his job, and he started bagging in. So out of 4 bags of groceries, I bagged 3, the bagger bagged 1. I walked back to the front of the cart as I'm pushing the cart to leave out of the store, because the register I was at was right by the exit door. Soon as I was leaving out the exit door, the same supervisor, keep in mind, the same supervisor who didn't help me bag any items, he didn't say nothing. He was standing there the whole time. He seen me pull out a WIC card. He seen me pay for these items. He seen me pull out a debit card and pay for the rest of the items. I'm sitting here with a bag of groceries, with a whole basket full of groceries. If I'm gonna steal something, why would I stop at the register, pay $130 for the items I bought, plus swipe the WIC card to pay for the extra formula I bought and the extra items I bought on the WIC card to steal? What sense do that make? It makes no sense at all. If I'm gonna steal, like he accused me of, why would I stop at the register? Why would I let 2 customers go in front of me? Why would I pay for all these items if my plan was to steal from HEB? It makes no sense. He let me get the basket halfway out the door. Then he walked up to me and said, you stealing the formula. I said, excuse me, I just paid for this formula. He said, no, I'm not talking about the formula you paid in that part of the basket. I'm talking about the 2 cans in that part of the basket. He said, when you came into the register, you already had those 2 cans in there. I said, well, first of all, it's not 2 cans, it's 3. Second of all, it's a box of tampons, it's a pack of razors, and it's a bottle, a jug of water right here with a stick on it. Why are you accusing me of stealing? He was like, man, look, man, I don't want to go through all that. This is exactly what he said. Look, man, I don't want to go through all that. Show me the receipt for the formula, or I'm calling the cops and saying to tell them you stole it. So I was like, for real? I said, well, look, this is what I want you to do. I'm going to stand right here. You go into that office, look into the cameras, and when you could show me that I stole something, then I'll show you the receipt. If not, I don't have time for your bullshit. Because what you should have been doing was helping me bag my groceries. Why you let a customer bag the groceries? You just stood there and watched the whole time. If you seen me do all of this, but you didn't help me bag the groceries, so now I want you to go and show me that I stole something. When you can show me a video of me stealing something, then I will show you a receipt proving that I did steal something. If you're not gonna do that, excuse me, I'm about to walk to my car. He was like, all right, you wanna do it like that? I'm like, it's done. So I kept walking. I keep walking, I'm going to my car. As I go to my car, I look up and I see the police coming, the constables. So I'm like, this dude really called the laws on me? He called the laws on me? Keep in mind, I'm a truck driver. I own my own truck. I have my own business. I make 6 figures a year. My truck grosses over 6 figures a year. What reason would I have to steal $30 of formula? I'm a contracted worker. If I get caught stealing, I can't do my job. I'll have to find a whole other company. Why would I jeopardize 6 figures over $30? Than to have somebody who makes way less money. He's not even in my tax bracket. The money that I make in 1 year, he don't make in a month. And you gonna accuse me of stealing? That was so disrespectful. Then not only that, you had bad customer service. You didn't help me bag my groceries or anything. You didn't even tell, you the supervisor. Why didn't you tell the bagger, hey, can you start bagging his groceries? If he would have did his job at the register, it was 2 customers in front of me. He was standing at the register. They having a conversation about video games. If you thought I was stealing, you could have came over to me when I was sitting in line with the bags already. Why did you let me pay for everything? And you standing right there. I even stood next to you and bagged groceries. You stood next to me and watched me bag my own groceries. A customer bagged their own groceries that I paid for. And you didn't help me not bag not one. And you sitting right there and you wait till I walk out the store and say, hey, you stealing it? Show me a receipt on calling the cops. Your whole intention was I stole it from the very beginning. So for anybody in the comments from my last video saying it wasn't racial profiling, that's racial profiling. That's how I feel to be black in America. You can't jog, you can't barbecue, you can't drive a car while being black in America without being accused of stealing. Everybody be safe. I know everybody out here quarantining and everything. Y'all stay home, be safe. And that's what happened before I started recording. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, because now I'm finna expose it at HEB. I'm going to all HEBs around Texas, around Houston. I'm finna expose them for the racial profiling that they train their supervisors to do.